Ladies and gentlemen, it is week 16 and the 9-5 New England Patriots host the 8-6 Buffalo Bills in a game that will decide the fate of the AFC East. In today's video, I will break down this matchup and the panel gives their predictions for the biggest game of the season. The Bills offense started off slow on Sunday, but eventually got things going against the battered Panthers defense. Quarterback Josh Allen was alright, throwing 19 for 34 for 210 yards, also getting 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. He threw to a lot of different guys, with 4 receivers having 4 or more receptions. Gabe Davis had the most looks, nabbing 5 receptions for 85 yards and also catching 2 touchdowns. It was mainly on the ground where the Bills did most of their damage, surprisingly enough. Devin Singletary was the main back, carrying 22 times for 86 yards, a season high for him. He was solid, and this game showed what an effective rushing game can do for a typically one-dimensional offense. Hopefully they can have more balanced attacks like this when they face off against the New England Patriots' stout defense. On Saturday night against the Colts, this defense wasn't so stout. They found themselves in a situation the Bills were in a couple weeks ago. That is, they only gave up 5 passes to Carson Wentz, and they still managed to lose the game. That's because of Jonathan Taylor, who rushed 29 times for 170 yards, who, if I recall, did something like that to the Bills as well. Their pass rushers didn't do enough to get to the quarterback in the backfield, sacking Wentz only once. Dante Hightower and Kyle Van Noy struggled in keeping everything in front of themselves. They'll have to be much better when they play the Bills on Sunday. The Patriots offense was pretty sloppy against the Colts. Mac Jones had only 2 interceptions during the Patriots' long 7-game winning streak, but on Saturday he matched that with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. One of these interceptions proved to be a costly one. When in the red zone, Darius Leonard read the eyes of Jones and took away the football. Mac Jones went 26 for 45 for 299 yards, but most of the yardage came in the fourth quarter when they were well behind. Hunter Henry had a solid game, catching 6 catches for 77 yards. But other than him, the Patriots had no consistent aerial threat. Their ground game without Damian Harris wasn't much better. Ramondre Stevenson had just 36 yards on 10 carries. This group needs to be not so sloppy and careless when they face off against solid Bills defense. They had easy sledding against Cam Newton and the Panthers, holding Newton to just 156 yards on 18 pass completions. The Bills defense held the opponent to just 275 yards of total offense and just 3.9 yards per play. On third down, the Bills held the Panthers to 7 for 17, which is well above the league average in third down efficiency. Defensive end F.A. Obata continues his late-season wrecking ability, having 2 sacks on the day. Sterling Tulele, in his return to the lineup, also had a sack. The lone takeaway on the day came from A.J. Klein, who picked off an easy pass from Newton late in garbage time. They'll need to be on their A-game once again as they hope to continue the misery for Mac Jones and the Patriots. With all of that out of the way, it's important to know what's at stake for this game. The winner effectively clinches the AFC East and will get home field advantage in the playoffs, while the loser becomes entrenched in a chaotic wild card race. So, knowing this, here's what our panel is predicting for arguably the biggest game of the year for both teams.
Been felt all year long.
Hawk gets it away. They had Olszewski up and Neal back, and it bounces.
I think he punched it.
Play action, throw, caught, touchdown!